Hello everyone, this is Mr. G and I welcome you all to week 4. In this week's Noteflight assignment, we're going to be learning about everything pertaining to meter and time signature. And by doing this assignment, you will see how a time signature affects the specific content, the note durations of a measure. To start, as always, sign into your Noteflight account. And then once you're in there, you're going to want to create a new composition. Select Start from a blank score and click OK. For the title, make sure that the word meter is somewhere in there. You can get creative if you want. I'm just going to put barometer, like barometer, the instrument used for measuring atmospheric pressure, you know. And then for the composer name, again, you can choose between either your actual name, your full name, or a pseudonym. I'm just going to stick with this pseudonym. All right. Now, the assignment itself, we are going to need 2 measures each of 4 different time signatures. We're going to need 2 measures of 4/4 time, 2 measures of 6/8 time, 2 measures of 2/2, which is also cut time, and then an additional 2 measures of any time signature of your choice. To make it easier in visualizing how the time signature affects the note durations in each measure, I would highly recommend you remove the baseline entirely. Now, if you click on any measure in the baseline, you notice, of course, that the measure is highlighted, but on the very left, the far left, you'll see that there's this vertical gray rectangle. Click that to select the entire bass clef line, and then press delete to get rid of it. Now we're going to start adding some notes into the 4/4 portion of our assignment. Make sure that, again, measure selected, that the vertical cursor and the gray note head appear, and then you can just start adding notes. We do want to make sure that there is variety in our composition, that it's not just all of one type of note duration, so make sure to adjust as needed, like I'm doing here. There, excellent. Now I'm going to go over, finish the rest of the 4/4 section, and then I'm going to go over how to access the note duration palette, in case it's not there for you. Okay, I'm happy with that. Like I said, if you do not have this palette up here, where it has the word duration followed by each of the different types of note durations, simply go over to palettes over here, then go down to duration, and make sure the orange check mark is there. That way, I'm just going to unclick it for a second. You'll notice that it disappears from this top menu here. If you have this check mark next to duration, this will ensure that you have all of the note durations here available to you, and that you don't need to unnecessarily click palettes, duration, and then change the note duration this way. It's just all here for you. All right, so next, we're finished with the 4/4 section. We need to create a 6/8 section. So be sure to first click on the measure in which you want the 6/8 to be. Then we're going to go to palettes again. This time we're going to go down to measure, then select change time signature. We want the top number to be 6 and the bottom number to be 8, then click OK. Splendid. Now, if you've read or finished the musictheory.net lesson, which I hope you have, you'll know that a time signature determines how many of a certain note can be in a measure. In the case of 6/8, it's telling us that we need 6/8 notes worth of rhythm within this, or so this many of these. I'm just going to go ahead and start adding some notes in. And you'll notice that when I do add any note in, the rest of the measure is filled up with rests, I should say. We don't want any measures in this assignment to have any rests whatsoever, but the rests do provide a handy visualization of how much space you have left within that measure, how much of it you can add to and what types of note durations you can add. For instance, I added 1/8 note. This is telling me I've got 2/8 notes plus a dotted quarter notes worth of measure or of duration left to add to make this a complete measure. So I'm going to go ahead and do just that. I'm going to add, let's see. Yep, let's put another quarter in there. Excuse me. There, I'm going to add the quarter right there. And then I want this one to be an 1/8 note. I'll do something similar here. Splendid. And there are my 2 measures of 6/8. Now we're going to need 2 measures of 2/2. So as before, oops, sorry. Click the measure that you want to add that time signature. Go over to palettes, measure, change time signature. This time we're going to need 2/2. So we want 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top. Now again, this is also referred to cut time. It is basically twice the speed of 4/4. All right, so now let's see. Let's add a whole note here. Okay, now if you're in a situation where Noteflight doesn't automatically add another measure for you, simply go ahead and click on the measure, then the horizontal rectangle on top, then click the plus symbol to the right of it to add a measure afterward. Now I'm going to add, let's say, 2 half notes. It seems I like A today. All right, now we've gotten to the part that's absolutely standard for everyone. We have 2 measures of 4/4, 2 measures of 6/8, and 2 measures of 2/2. This part of the assignment is completely up to you, wherein you can add any time signature you want. I'm going to go ahead and add 6/4. Why not? Oops, sorry. Mr. G didn't click the measure. Sorry, let me do that one more time. As always, click the measure you want to change first, then change it. Splendid. Now, just for the sake of time, I'm not going to go over everything in the 6/4 measure, or whatever you want to do. I will leave that up to you. Use the rests that are automatically generated when you add in a note to determine how much space you have left in the measure and what kind of space. But now I'm going to go over again how to share your assignment. Click on share. Click on share again. Make sure that this is selected to anyone with a link and that this side is selected to can view. Anyone with a link can view. Then go down to the bottom left, copy link. It has been copied. Then save. Make sure to click save. And then go back to Blackboard. Click on the title of your assignment. Scroll all the way down to add comments and then paste the link. Paste that link into the box, then click submit. And with that, you have completed your Noteflight assignment for week 4. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you always have my ear. Music be with you.